Assalamu alaikum grade 9 students. Today our three main topics are there. First of all, general election, then Muslim League Convention 1946, and then cabinet mission. So now let's start our lecture. The first topic is general election 1945 to 46. Differences between the Muslim and Hindus regarding the political future of India had become loud and clear. Especially the Congress ministers of 1937 to 39 had disappointed Muslim through their anti-Muslim agenda. It had become clear that Muslim had come out of the Congress illusion of united India and had taken the Muslim League as their savior party, which demanding a separate homeland for them. Therefore, after end of World War II, they demanded World War II and the failure of Shimla Conference. The Muslim and Hindus demanded from the British government to announce the first ever general election in the country in order to access the level of people support towards the Congress and Muslim League. So, on December 1945 and January 1946, respectively, all political parties had participated in the elections. Keeping in view the importance of this election, Quaid-e-Azam and his companions put aside all their obligation and set out for a tour across the country. Many notable Muslim leaders of other parties also acceded to the idea of separate homeland for the Muslim and thus supported the Muslim League despite different policies of their own parties. The students of Aligarh College and other high educational institutions also played a vital role in the campaign. They spread across the country on the mission of motivating the Muslims in favor of the creation of Pakistan. As a result, the slogan "Long live Pakistan, we must get Pakistan, what Pakistan means, La ilaha illallah," echoed all across the subcontinent. Now, what was the consequences of the general election? These elections were based on separate electorate. The electorate for Muslims and Hindus were separate. For that person, separate list for the Muslim and Hindus voters were made. From the entire country, 30 seats were reserved for the Muslims in the Central Legislative Assembly. The Muslim League did not require to make alliance with any Muslim or non-Muslim party and nominated its own candidates on all the Muslim League reserved seats. On the contrary, the Congress made electoral alliance with many small Muslim parties such as Jamiyat Ulama-e-Hind, Unionist Party, Majlis-e-Ahrar, etc. The Muslim League won all the 30 seats, defeating even those Muslim candidates who were either nominated by the Congress or had its support. This result proved that just being a Muslim was not the only criteria for gaining acceptance among Muslims as their political leader. It was also necessary to be supported of the creation of Pakistan. The election of 1945 to 46 proved that the strength to the Muslim League. The result proved that the Muslim League was the sole representative party of Muslims. It also proved that the demand for the Pakistan was demand of all the Muslims of India and that they are now prepared to achieve all separate country for them. Therefore, the British government formulated all its political plans for India, keeping in view the division of India being inevitable. Now our second topic is Muslim League Convention 1946. In April 1946, the Muslim League Convention was held in Delhi, in which all the members of Central and Provisional Assembly were invited. Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah presided over the convention. In the convention, the political situation in India and the amendment in Lahore Resolution, which was passed in the Muslim League's annual meeting at Madras, were discussed. In this meeting at Madras on April 10, 1941, the Muslim League had declared Lahore Resolution as its manifesto. The critics would even object to the Lahore Resolution for not obtaining the word Pakistan, rather had seemingly stressed on creating independent state. In Delhi Convention, the Chief Minister Bengal Hussain Shahid Sohrawardi presented a comprehensive resolution which was passed unanimously. The resolution demanded that in the northwest Bengal and Assam and the northwest Punjab, NWFP, Sindh, Balochistan were Muslim majority must be integrated to make a single independent country. In this resolution, it was clearly mentioned that Muslims of the subcontinent have resolved to integrate all the Muslim majority areas into a country, which would be called Pakistan. The resolution removed all the misunderstandings that might exist in the Lahore resolution. Now, the next topic is Cabinet Mission Plan 1946. That what was Cabinet Mission Plan? So, in 1945, in England, the Labour Party came into power. In March 1946, the British government sent a mission to India as a last resort to keep the subcontinent united. The mission comprised Sir Stafford Cripps, A.V. Alexander and Sir Patrick Lawrence, who were cabinet members. The mission had two main objectives. First, to define the constitutional status of India, and second, to resolve the differences between the Muslims and Hindus, so India could be free, united. The mission met all political parties but could not achieve consensus. On May 10, 1946, which was called Cabinet Mission, they presented the following main points. The first point is a central union shall be set up in India which will have control over defense, foreign affairs and communication. To run these department, the center will have authority to levy taxes. Second, apart from the above mentioned departments, the residuary powers shall rest with provinces. Third main point, constitution of the country shall be federal and member of the provisional assembly will elect the member of central legislative assemblies. This fifth one, after resolution in the center, the provision groups shall be formulated their own constitution. Sixth one, the interim government shall be set up which would control the administration of the country until the center and provisional governments frame their own respective constitutions. And the seventh one, the provinces and the autonomous states shall be given representation in the executive council and the central legislation assembly according to the proportion of their population. The eighth point is the cabinet mission proposed that instead of making a sovereign Pakistan, India should be divided into following three groups. Group A, Hindu majority provinces Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Bombay, Orissa and Madras. Group B, Muslim majority provinces Punjab, Sindh, Balochistan, Northwest Frontier province which is currently we known as Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and the Group C. In Group C, Bengal and Assam, means they divided Group A all Hindu majority areas, Group B all Muslim majority areas, and Group C all Bengal and Assam majority area. Now, the last point is the constitution shall remain enforced for a period of 10 years. After that, the province can obtain to quit their groups and form new ones. Now, what was the result of that cabinet mission? What reaction came from that cabinet mission plan? This is our last topic, and my video is stretched a lot, but let's see, it will just take a bit more time to upload. Now our last heading is reaction of cabinet mission. What was the reaction of that cabinet mission plan? Congress had objection on those articles of the plan in which the provinces were grouped together because this division did not support the Hindus' interest. Actually, leader of the Congress wanted to rule over the Muslim majority areas as well. Therefore, it agreed to some proposal like formulation of the constitution and formation of interim government, etc.